Hey everyone, I'm Michael, and this is another episode in my series, A Plant a Week. In this series, I talk about various houseplants. I highlight one for the whole video, talking about how to properly care for it, how to water it, how to propagate it, everything that you need to know to keep your plant healthy and happy. Contrary to the ghastly imagery this plant's name evokes, that of turtles strung together in human centipede fashion, the Peperomia prostrata, or as it's more commonly known, string of turtles, is a cute little vining plant whose leaves are round with a mottled green look similar to that of a turtle, hence the name. This is my second string of turtles. My first one had an unfortunate death after I accidentally left it outside in full sun. Don't do that, my poor turtles didn't make it. Also, if you see these little things growing off your plant, don't worry, they're not parasites or weird plant snakes, they're peperomia flowers. Well, they're what peperomias think are flowers. You can cut them off at the base though to help redistribute energy into growing the leaves rather than whatever the heck this is. String of turtles are a very succulent-like plant that originate in Brazil. Its leaves are plump and fleshy, storing a lot of water, perfect for keeping it alive during periods of drought. It can actually withstand underwatering a lot better than overwatering. When watering these, the best way I've found is to give it a good soak. Let the water run out of the bottom of the pot you're keeping it in, and be sure not to water it again unless it's dry. Typically, the amount of water it'll need will depend on how much light it gets, but in the summer months, I typically water it about once a week and once every 2 weeks during the winter. Though not too fussy about the soil it's potted in, string of turtles favor a mix high in peat. You might think something like cactus soil would be good considering it's a succulent, but these plants grow in the forests of Brazil, where the humidity is high and the soil holds water. So really, these turtles are kind of like an oxymoron. They don't want to be wet, but they also want to be moist. And also, they are not turtles. These plants prefer bright, indirect light. They do not like bright, direct sunlight, as I learned last year when I killed my string of turtles that I'd had for a few years. So make sure to keep it in a shadier but bright location. As far as fertilizing, these plants aren't too fussy. Fertilizer can help keep the plants strong and glossy, but as far as what they prefer, it really doesn't matter. You can use diluted houseplant fertilizer or organic fertilizers. Just make sure to only fertilize during the growing season. There are 2 ways to propagate string of turtles, and I've done both of them, and they've propagated really well for me. Both involve pruning the plant. The first way is to snip off a vine and place it in water, where it'll start to root where the leaves meet the stem. This way has always worked really fast for me, so it's my preferred method of propagating these. The other way is to take a cutting and detach the little leaves from the stem, placing them in a peaty soil or sphagnum moss, making sure to keep the soil or moss moist, and then each leaf should produce roots at its petiole and start a new vine. I've never had much problem with pests on my string of turtles besides like fungus gnats, which I am the king of thanks to how much I water, so otherwise I've noticed they're pretty resilient to pests. Though turtles are pretty docile, these ones have a bit of a toxic personality when eaten. Do not eat these. I mean, I've never eaten regular animal turtle either, and I've tried a lot of strange things, but I don't think I could eat a turtle. Maybe. These little peperomias are a common species that can be found in any garden center and are quite common here in Ontario. But just because something is common doesn't mean it's not cute as a button, or cute as a turtle in this case. Also, look at this cute little turtle my niece Everly made me out of pipe cleaners. So cute. Thanks again for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for similar content. On Mondays, I post videos about houseplants. And on Fridays, I also post videos about houseplants. And reading, writing, photography, art, and any other generic interests of mine. As always, you can find my social media links in the description below. Also, you can find links to H&H Games, the board game company I've helped create, and our debut board game, Season of Heroes. You can also find the Amazon links to my fantasy series, A Chronicle of Crowns. Thanks for watching, bye!